Are you traveling far and wide looking for someone to service your vehicle and get new tires? Stop. The best place is right around the corner at Tilden's Quick Lube and Tire in Holden. Right on 58 Highway, they can get you in and out in no time and treat you like family. With 15 years in the business, Charlie and his staff will make sure you get taken care of honestly and fairly. So next time you need service, save the time, gas, and travel around the corner to Tilden's Quick Lube.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest.
One of the most important decisions you make is who cuts your hair. Don't trust just anyone. Trust Josh and the crew at Fades. From a simple cleanup to a full cut. Or maybe you need to look extra good for the big game with a design. They will take care of you. Coach Grammer trusts the guys at Fades, and so should you. Located just behind Sonic off McGuire. Go see them today. Or visit their Facebook to set up an appointment.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum-ba-dum.
At Rise Community Services, we believe in giving individuals the opportunity to increase their skills, empower their choices, and achieve their dreams. Our team provides opportunities that create perfect lives with inclusive programs connecting individuals to their community.
Hey, I'm Travis. I took a shot with Rise and it was a slam dunk.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum-ba-dum.
Greyhound head coach, Chuck Speedy.
All right, welcome back. Game number 22 of 24. Boys' third place game. KC Lutheran versus Windsor. I'll be interested to watch this game unfold. I think this might be one of the closest games in the tournament. And one of the things that I'll be interested to see is if either team can get out and go offensively. Both have struggled. Lutheran obviously without their leading scorer in this tournament, and Windsor has struggled from time to time with their offense as well. So here we go. Burkhart with it off to Witherspoon. Into the corner he goes for Paxton, into Ritchie. Drop it off for McDonald. McDonald goes baseline, and then a little bit too hard from Witherspoon to Ritchie. And 7:44 to go here, first quarter. First turnover of the ball game. Get it in the corner. Up top is Walls over to Becker. Becker going to try to drive on. Paxton cut off. They go inside for Walls. Walls loses the handle. Picked up by Paxton. Ahead for Witherspoon. Witherspoon, glass, and good for two. Windsor with an early 2-0 lead on the Witherspoon bucket. So back the other way we go. Inside for Ursuline, out for Becker for three, no good. Rebound and a foul going to be called by Ursuline. 7:06 to go here, first quarter. So back the other way it goes for the Greyhounds. Try to get it into Ritchie. Off for Paxton. Now baseline for Burkhart. Steps in, no. Ball tipped out. Nord going to run with it the other way. Gets it off for Ursuline into the corner. Lyle. Lyle goes baseline. Skip pass. Out of bounds. Back the other way it goes. So 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Still a 2-0 game. And that one goes back the other way. Nothing. Into the corner they go. Off three ball, no. Rebound for McDonald to Burkhart across the timeline. Between the circles inside, they go to Paxton. Glass and good. And Witherspoon and McDonald collide on away from the play there. But a good and one opportunity for Paxton makes it 4-0. That one goes off of Lutheran, out of bounds, and it'll be Windsor ball. Out front they go. Ritchie, three ball from the wing. No, a little bit long. Rebound Ursuline. He gets it ahead to Lyle. Ursuline, Lyle now to Nord. Over to Walls. Walls skip pass for Ursuline into the corner. Becker. Becker off to Walls. Now to Nord. He'll fire a three. Misses that one. Rebound on the backside by Ritchie. He's got numbers. He's going to run with it. Kick it off on the wing. Witherspoon. Skip it over for Paxton. He's going to dribble drive. Now kick off for Witherspoon. He'll fire. No. And he is fouled. I think they call that on Ursuline, which might be 2 on him. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it is 2 on him. Whitelich going to check in for him. First free throw, good. Witherspoon's got 2 more. Witherspoon struggled from the line last night in a kind of a close contest. A couple here and there that didn't fall that could have creeped them back in it. Second one, no good. 1 more to go here. 5-0 lead with 5:17 to go. Third one, no good either. Chased down, knocked away. It was rebounded by Becker, but knocked away by Paxton. It'll go to Lutheran. 5-0 the score. Back the other way. Ritchie with it. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout as well. 5:01 to go, first quarter.
At Rise Community Services, we believe in giving individuals the opportunity to increase their skills, empower their choices, and achieve their dreams. Our team provides opportunities that create perfect lives with inclusive programs connecting individuals to their community.
Hey, I'm Travis. I took a shot with Rise and it was a slam dunk.
.501 to go here, first quarter of play. It is 5-0 early lead for Windsor. Lutheran looking to get things going here. Walls to bring it across the timeline for the Knights. Goes to Lyle on the wing right side, back to Walls. Walls goes in the corner now for Nord, out of the corner, back up top, spin it over left side wing for Whitelich, back to Walls. Walls and Whitelich playing catch. Baseline jumper, Lyle, no. Tipped to Mickey ahead for Witherspoon, who knocks it in for 2. And it's 7-0. Back the other way we go. Lyle to Walls, to Nord, back to Walls. Try to skip that one, and it's picked off by Ritchie. He's got it, slows himself down, gets it knocked away, picked up by Paxton, now to Mickey. Over baseline, Witherspoon, good. And it's 9-0. Witherspoon's got 7 of the 9. 3:55 to go here, first quarter. Whitelich 3, no good. Rebound to Becker, goes around traffic. Ball tipped around, saved, out of bounds. Gonna stay with Lutheran. Underneath, ball knocked away, picked up. Burkett gonna run it the other way. No good, but gonna go to the free throw line. It's Carson Witherspoon who checks in. Another member of my all-hair team. First one is in, nothing but the bottom of the net for Burkhart. One more to go here. Even 10-0 lead. Second one up. Second one down. Makes it an 11-0 lead. Walls over to Nord. Skip it over for Whitelich. Whitelich, and he goes inside with it, and it's knocked away. Going to go back the other way with it. Heaney in there to Craig. Burkhart tries to get it into McDonald. Going to go the other way. Three from the corner, no good. Craig with the rebound. Throws it ahead, but intercepted by Whitelich to Walls with 2:54 to go. Walls goes baseline, kicks it to the corner for Becker. Becker shuffles his feet, and a turnover back the other way. You know, one of those things, I wonder if when you got a kid that can score 20 points a game and averages 20 points a game, how hard it is for a team when that's probably the leader of your squad as well to find the offense elsewhere, so to speak. They have had times here. Carson Witherspoon with it. Goes over for Heaney. Heaney's dribble now to Craig. He'll fire a three. Good for Craig, and it's 14-0. His first bucket of the game, and it's been all Windsor early in this one. Walls with it, out top, knocks it down, gets him off the schneid, and it makes it a 14-3 game with 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Craig, dribble drive, no. McDonald, put back, no. Rebound to Becker, gonna go back the other way. That one no good. Craig with the rebound, jump ball stays with Lutheran. McDonald with the rebound to Burkhart. Burkhart going to bring it across the timeline with 1:35 to go here in the half. And then outside, goes between the circles. Now off three ball, good. Craig has got a couple of them, and it's 17-3. Walls back the other way. Right check into the corner, up top, spin it around. Now Whitelich up top, Nord for three, no. Rebound McDonald. Ball poked away from Heaney. Becker and Lyle check in. Burkhart with it in. Side they go. Carson Witherspoon in the corner for Craig. He's feeling it. Just missed that one a little bit long. And he goes back the other way. Kick it in the corner now, a four. Goes for Reamer. $18 seconds remain in the first quarter. It's been all Windsor here in this first quarter. This, you know, I'll be real honest, I thought this was a game that we see two teams struggle to score, and Windsor has not struggled in this first quarter as they have found their rhythm and getting a lot of playing time for a lot of different guys so far in this one as well. Craig's got it outside in the corner for Burkhart. No good. And it's going to go back the other way. We'll be back after this.
Are you traveling far and wide looking for someone to service your vehicle and get new tires? Stop. The best place is right around the corner at Tilden's Quick Lube and Tire in Holden. Right on 58 Highway, they can get you in and out in no time and treat you like family. With 15 years in the business, Charlie and his staff will make sure you get taken care of honestly and fairly. So next time you need service, save the time, gas, and travel around the corner to Tilden's Quick Lube.
All right, welcome back. 8 minutes on the clock. Second quarter, 17-3 lead for Windsor to start things off. Good way to start the third place game for the Greyhounds. Get it up front. Inside they go. Good turn and shot made by Benson. He's got two, and it's 19-3. Tried to go inside. That was a little bit of a wild throw by Whitelet, but I like what he did there. He looked and he said, hey, that's my bad. And it's a good teammate right there. Know when you make a mistake, own up to it, and it goes back the other way. 19-3 the score here. 7:30 to go, first quarter. Witherspoon, dribble drive. And he's going to shoot two. 19-3 score here. Rattles that first one in. 2 out of 4 now from the line, 20-3 the score. Second one rattles home as well, and it's a 21-3 lead. Get it off. Whitelich, 3-ball, good. That was money from the get-go. I saw that one when it went up. 21-6. Whitelich. Richie's got it up front for Mickey. Over to Paxton. He's going to dribble drive. Loses the handle, but is fouled on the way to the rack. Seven minutes on the clock for the second quarter. Free throw no good. It's 21-6. So that was a one-and-one opportunity. Lyle goes in strong. That foul was on Witherspoon. In the corner for Lyle up top, spin it around. Whitelich thought about a three, going to dribble drive, kick out to Walls. Walls now drives, now kicks to Whitelich, to Lyle, spin it around to Walls. Back to Whitelich, over to Lyle. He'll fire a three, no. Rebound on the backside, picked out by Mickey to Richie, and it's going to go the other way. Did not see who that one was. That was Richie on the bucket. Thanks to Jerry over there for paying attention as I was looking down. 23-6. Almost a steal by Witherspoon. Walls walks on the way to the bucket. Goes back the other way. 17-point game here for the Greyhounds. Witherspoon to Mickey. Top of the key, Ritchie. He'll fire, connect. 26-6. And Ritchie with 5 quick points. Get it off on the wing for Lyle. Now top of the key, a little bit of a wild pass there. They go underneath for Nord. Good job to find him underneath. Nord's first bucket of the game. 26-8 the score. Off for Mickey. Gets knocked around a little bit. Goes back the other way. Let him have a little contact there. He goes out of bounds. Line change coming for Windsor here. Carson Witherspoon checks in along with Heaney, Craig, Burkhart, and McDonald. Little dribble drive, Burkhart down to the corner. Craig, he'll fire just a little bit long on that one. And now Craig steps in to try to get a steal, and it goes back the other way. 26-8 our score. .450 to go, first half. 18-point advantage for Windsor. Between the circles, spinning it around. 3-ball, a little bit long for Whitelich. A rebound, McDonald to Burkhart. Burkhart going to run it up. And a foul on the way. That'll be a 1-on-1 situation for Burkhart. Burkhart's first one is good. Gets a second opportunity. It's 27-8. Second one coming. 3 out of 3 from the line is Burkhart. Old announcer's jinx there. Now a rebound by Krychek. Out front they go for Lau. Lyle dribble drives, no. McDonald the rebound. Clears it out to Burkhart. Burkhart going to push it up. Across the timeline. Off on the wing. Heaney. Now to Craig. Top of the key for Witherspoon. Spoon off and cutting. Get it off. Looking inside with it. Five-second call, gonna go back the other way. That would seem like an awful fast 5, but hey, we'll roll with it. 4 minutes to go here, first half. 27-8. Off into the corner. Off 4 walls, top of the Krychek over to Reamer, back to Krychek, knocked away. Heaney picks it up for Windsor, ahead to McDonald. Off his fingertips, back outside, Craig. And he was fouled on the shot. And he'll go to the line for 3, maybe 2. So he's got 3. You know, I remember I was talking to Coach Gordon earlier about when the three-point line came into play, but I remember it was several years before. It was several years before that one does not fall by Craig. He's got 2 more. It was several years before the 2-point or the 3-pointer became 3 free throws. For years and years, if you fouled on a 3-point play, it was 2 free throws, and they finally fixed that. But that was one of those situations where a lot of times late in the game, you'd foul on a three-pointer just so they'd miss it so they'd only get 2 free throws instead of a made 3. Craig missed all 3 of them, but by God, he got his own rebound and is setting his offense up. They go to McDonald, loses the handle. Second attempt, no good. And it's going to go back the other way. McDonald mad at himself there, but just sometimes they don't fall. Walls back the other way, though, gets it to fall. 27-10. So here we go. McDonald with it out front. 5-second call.
A little bit of information, Coach, when you're talking about that, the reason I was laughing is I'm old enough to remember when girls basketball, there were girls on one end playing defense and girls on the other end that played offense. They didn't play full court. Did you even know that?
That I did not know. So are you aging yourself there?
Yes, sir, I am.
No, I mean, you've been through coaching long enough that you've seen the evolution of the game, from no three-point line at all either.
Correct.
So Mickey going to fire a 3, a little bit long.
And it would take me back to some of the shooters when my dad was the head basketball coach at Adrian. I say head, maybe assistant. Had some shooters that shot outside that if the three-point had been in play then, it would have been amazing for some of them.
Well, my father-in-law, Ron Dunham, they go inside out.
Same age as I am.
There you go. 3 ball on the way by Walls. He's got 8 in the second. We got a timeout on the floor. 27-13 is our score. His brother, Terry, was a very good basketball player. Either went to Moberly or State Fair. I think maybe he went to State Fair. And then he went to John Brown College as a college basketball player. Terry had 54 points in a game in high school, and they did not have a three-point line. Whew. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more. 2:03 till the break.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return contest.
.203 to go here in the first half. Jerry and I were talking off the air about different memories of basketball growing up, and he was talking about he can remember back to Wilt Chamberlain and JoJo White. That I mentioned JoJo White the other night. They go inside to Paxton, and that one just rattles out. Benson with the rebound, though, and the putback, which was huge. He's got 4, and it's 29-13, and you think back, where was your love, or where did your love for sports come from, and all that different thing, and stuff like that. I was telling Jerry, I remember when I was in kindergarten, first grade, I had a little radio in my room, and I could pick up the Denver Nugget games on AM late, like go to bed, and I could pick those games up. Jump ball going to be called back to Windsor. It goes. Good hustle play by Mickey, and you just remember things like that, and you're like, I couldn't tell you who the broadcaster was for the Denver Nuggets or anything, but I always remember I'd always pick it up, and it'd be like, 120 to 115, and I'm like, why are they scoring so many points? But that was kind of back in the day. I think that right around the time three-point line became prominent in the NBA, which is where it started first. Little dribble drive underneath for Mickey from Paxton. And just like that, 4 quick points, and it goes back to 18, 31-13 after the Mickey bucket. Get it off on the wing into the corner. Top. Over in the corner. 3 ball. Good by Lyle. 31-16. Over off on the wing here. Richie up front for Mickey. To Richie. Trying to set things up with 40 seconds to go here in the half. Off for Witherspoon. Witherspoon goes inside for Paxton. He's going to move his way down. No good. No rebound to Walls. Walls has had a good first half. He's got 8. Good drop off for Whitelich into the corner. Lyle, and he shuffles those feet. And on that one, I could see that both feet went before anything else. That's when they're going to call it. But if you can go with one step, too many times they move both. It's like a hop step. 15 seconds to go in the half, 31-16 the score. We'll have a quick recap at half of the first half stats. Then we will have the interview with Rise director Misty Miller to let you know about Rise, and we'll have a Rise player after the game, as well as our Rise Players of the Week coming up after the girls and boys game. We'll be back in just a minute.
One of the most important decisions you make is who cuts your hair. Don't trust just anyone. Trust Josh and the crew at Fades. From a simple cleanup to a full cut. Or maybe you need to look extra good for the big game with a design. They will take care of you. Coach Grammer trusts the guys at Fades, and so should you. Located just behind Sonic off McGuire. Go see them today or visit their Facebook to set up an appointment.
All right, welcome back. Your score at the half, 31-16. Windsor leads it at the half. A little bit of a comeback there in the second quarter. Try to get back in. I say a little bit of a comeback, and if you look at it, they actually trail by more than they did at the end of one. It was 17-3, a 14-point advantage, and they lead by 15 at the half. So Windsor outscores them 14-13 in the second quarter. Leading the way for the Greyhounds, Witherspoon with 9, but 7 different Greyhounds have scored at least 5 points, or 7 different Greyhounds have scored in the game, and 4 of them have scored at least 5 points. So that's where we are at the half. Walls leads the way for the Lutheran Knights, as they had 16 points in the first half. 31-16 is the score. Now we're going to have our interview that we had with Rise director Misty Miller yesterday afternoon, as she talks about what Rise does and what Rise is, and we will give our Rise Players of the Week for the William D. Gordon Holiday Classic to a boys and girls player in this one, and they were made by Rise employees, and you will have a little bit more understanding about that after hearing this. We'll be back. Misty, you're the director at Rise, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so explain Rise to all the folks that may not know what you guys do.
Sure. So first off, RISE stands for Respecting Individual Skills and Efforts. So we provide services to individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, not just within that scope, with a lot of other disabilities. A lot of our different services, the eligibility depends on whatever disability somebody may need. So we serve individuals throughout a lot of different opportunities through employment, residential services, day program services. If you think of how you live, play, and work, we are there to support you in all aspects of that of life.
So ways that they need help. So you do residential as well, you say? So you do the whole gamut.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you think of, the things that we take advantage of on a day-to-day basis of, just cooking, cleaning, making our bed, we're there to help them build that self-sufficiency so that they can do those things on their own. So we're there either 24/7 or we're there an hour a day.
Okay, so Jerry and I were talking about it a little bit last night. Harrisonville, we've worked with Casco. So some of our Harrisonville people that may be watching, that's kind of similar to what you guys do, correct? Except for you guys got the whole 9 yards. I think Casco does just a little bit of stuff during the day.
Yeah, so Casco, they're shelter workshop, so they do recycling there. They do a lot of manufacturing assembly jobs. Same thing that we do at our vocational center at 607 North Ridgeview there in Warrensburg. We transport all of our individuals to the vocational center for work, also to our day program. So our individuals that maybe are kind of transitioning from life skills, social skills, building those skills so that they can grow into the employment. So we transport all of those folks throughout the entire Johnson County area to and from work and to the day program. Not just inside of the vocational center, but we also do voc rehab services. So again, we can really serve a lot of variety of individuals with whatever abilities that they need and whatever level of support that they need.
So explain to me, like, you guys have the storefront.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you put those individuals in there to work, or how does all that work, or what do you sell and stuff like that?
So thanks for bringing that up. So part of our vocational center, our employment skills, is our Rise Rack store. So it's over in Hawthorne Plaza in Warrensburg. So it's a thrift store. So when you donate to our services, that's an employability skill. So our folks work in our store and they work in our cafe. So we do a lot of catering out of the vocational center. You call us, we can support with group meetings. We do box lunches. So those employees work in our kitchen, work in the store. They're engaging with customers. It's that community inclusion, building that self-sufficiency through a variety of different services, building confidence and competency so that they can be, happy and create lives.
And it's awesome on both sides, because a lot of times, the folks you work with, they get forgotten about a little bit by some people. So you're able to help them get through everyday life between living, with working, social skills, and a lot of places don't have services like that. So it's really awesome to hear about it. I knew a little bit about it, but just even up here, us talking about it, it's really awesome that you can offer all that.
Yes, and I will say, we currently serve 90 individuals from all the services that we provide, and we want to make sure that people know about us, because sometimes people don't know that they need us. And so just call us, 660-747-7990. We don't just serve Johnson County with employment. We also serve the Cass County, the Henry County area, so we do branch out through our voc rehab services. Also our school transition services. I know that we're a lot of folks that might be tuning in, might be, the parents of some of these kids playing. And so if you have an individual that maybe needs support during the summer with a job, we can help you even at the youth level.
Let me ask you a couple questions. Number one, how many folks can you actually help with what you have in place now? You say you got 90 individuals. How many up to can you go to?
As long as we can staff it, we'll keep growing. So you can also come and grow and be as part of staff.
And then how are you able to fund that, and how can people help you guys?
Oh, good question. So we're funded through Medicaid. We're also funded through the county tax funds, through Johnson County Board of Services. And then we, as a support, you can either shop in our store, that's investing in the services and the individuals. You can come in and eat in our cafe as part of those meetings. You can donate to us, and then you can also just always do volunteer work or just monetary. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get some more information from you, and that we can share the next couple of days. That way we can get people out there and involved with it.
Yeah.
So it's a great to see. I know you want to get back to watching a basketball game. You may or may not have somebody down there you want to go watch.
Yeah.
If you see Misty here, and if you watch the game, the Chilhowie game, you'll probably know who her daughter is without even asking. So, nevertheless, Misty, it was great to have you up here, and we appreciate your time. And we will have this on some of All right, welcome back. 31-16, our score at the half as we go to the second half. And like I said earlier, you know, this is one of those games. I thought it was going to be a pretty close game, but the three hasn't fallen for Lutheran in the first half, and they've kind of passed up some shots here and there.
You know, that has a tendency to get after you a little bit when you shoot a couple of threes and you're a three shooter and you seem to be a little bit cold and you can't get things going. You start passing them up. Sometimes you just got to shoot yourself out of that.
You know, and sometimes kids, you know, I was telling Coach, you heard us talking a little bit, Coach Gordon, is a couple of my kids had several open looks at three today and they didn't shoot. And they kept settling the dribble drive. I was like, you got to trust your shot. I said, you always dribble drive, they're going to collapse on you, and you're not going to have the open look that you want. And also, yeah, you can tell a shooter because a lot of times the shooter keeps shooting. Sometimes a kid that'll shoot a couple a game, he'll shoot one or two, and maybe want to shoot three or four, and he won't shoot those other ones because he's worried he's going to miss. So here you go into the corner, Nord for three. No good. Rebound by Becker. Back to Nord. And we're underway in the second half. Now that pass from Nord a little bit too much. And it goes back to Windsor with a 15-point lead from halftime.
Chad and I go round and round, me as a KU fan and him as an MU fan, but I really liked Norm Stewart when I was the head football coach down at Sircoxie, Missouri, and I'll get back to it, Coach.
There you go, three ball from Richie. It's almost like you knew he was going to pull that one, Jerry. All right, goes back to Lutheran here.
So anyway, he calls down. We have a basketball opening, and Norm Stewart calls, and I happen to be in the office, and our principal takes that call. I'll get back to it.
Get it off, go inside for Becker. A little spin, blocked away by McDonald, and it's going to go the other way. Glass and good, 33-16.
So Norm Stewart was wanting to give a reference for one of his GA basketball guys for being our basketball coach, and our principal asked him about if he had any football experience.
No, you go ahead. I'm watching, keeping up here. Becker inside for an easy two. Back the other way it goes.
And Norm Stewart said, well, no, but he said, I always thought football was kind of easy. You just line guys up, you run them at each other, and those that dodge play on offense, and those that don't play on defense. And that's all there was to it as far as Norm Stewart was concerned.
I talk about that when you put Norm into the basketball scenario here, 15-point game, that no good by McDonald. The rebound is good. I think Witherspoon caught one in the throat there. McDonald finally on the board. He's the 8th player to score, 35-18. I love back, and you know this as a KU fan, to the old Big 8 days. And you had, across the board, you had characters. You had Roy, and you had, before him, Larry Brown. You had Norm. You had Johnny Orr. Remember Danny Nee up at Nebraska. Everybody always gave him a hard time for his ties. Billy Tubbs down at Oklahoma. And Eddie Sutton at Oklahoma State. All these guys. And it was just so fun because they didn't technically hate each other, but boy, during the season, you thought everybody hated each other really badly.
Kind of like you and I. You know, people hear us bantering and think that at times.
Another bucket there inside by Burkhart. He's got 4, and it's 37-18, quietly out to a 19-point lead. Three ball the other way by Walls, just misses. And there's a long pass to Witherspoon. He's going to go stutter step in for 2. And it's 39-18. He goes back the other way. Skip pass off on the corner for Walls, out of the corner to the wing. Skip it over to Lyle. He'll fire. No. Long rebound to Burkhart. It goes back the other way. I remember a game, and it was Mizzou versus Oklahoma. And I think it was Mizzou. I'll have to double check. but I'm almost 100% sure it was because I was watching it. And Becker can't get it to fall, a couple of blocks. It goes back the other way underneath for McDonald. No good, out of bounds, and it'll stay down on the end for Windsor. But the game where Billy Tubbs got mad at the officiating at OU, and he went and grabbed the PA announcing, and he said, I don't care how bad the officiating is, stop throwing things on the floor, and he got teed up for it.
Yes.
And I'm almost sure that was against Mizzou, but I have to double check. I'll have to double check that a little bit later. But I always remember that. That was one of those. That was a Billy Tubbs moment for sure. 41-18, all of a sudden it's ballooned to a 23-point lead. Little dribble, drive, floater, no. Back, put back, no. But Becker going to go to the free throw line for a pair. So 4:07 halfway through this third quarter, a 10-2 run to start the third, and it's a 23-point Windsor lead.
The one thing I will say about Lutheran is there's no give up in them. They're going hard.
They are definitely still going hard, and you know, while their coach probably doesn't like that his leading scorer isn't in this tournament, thought he would, you know, they would have a good tournament here. This makes that team better in the long run because they know they can go stretches if they have to without their leading scorer. Both free throws missed. That one was short. Ritchie with the rebound. He's going to push it out. Goes over on the wing to Paxton, now to Mickey. Mickey in hard and good, 43-18. Letting them play a little bit here in the second half. Mickey with a bucket. Goes back the other way. Turnover, 25-point game. Craig, Heaney, McDonald, Burkhart check in to the game, and Witherspoon. That is Carson Witherspoon, as I'm assuming big brother Peyton checks out. Get it off top of the key for McDonald, now to Witherspoon. Over to Heaney. Heaney's got it out front, gets it over on the corner. Has it in the corner for Burkhart, now to Craig. Craig's got it out front, off for McDonald. He thought about a three. They get it off for Witherspoon. Witherspoon going to dribble, drive, loses the handle on that one, going to go back the other way. Spin it over into the corner. Baseline drive now, outside three by Walls. No, rebound by Craig. Craig goes inside, up and under, no. A foul, 2 shots coming up. No, oh, I thought he was saying it was a 2-shot foul. I was off. 2:24 to go here, third. 43-18 our score. Whitelich for three, no. Nord put back, blocked away by McDonald into the corner, outside. Ursuline, no. Whitelich saves it to Becker, off of Nord, out of bounds. Back the other way. Did you turn? Oh, yours went off. I had noise in my ear, and then all of a sudden it got real quiet. 1:55 to go here, third quarter. 43-18 the score. And Nord going to go back the other way. $25-point game. here in the third. Windsor leads it. And I'll tell you really the difference in this game. 14 and let's see here. Get some math for you here. 1:32 to go, third quarter. Nord brings it the other way. Ursland out to Walls, floater, no. Back to Windsor with 19.9, one last go at it here in the third. Seconds to go. Craig with it on the wing right side. Back up top of the key. Heaney. Sidestep. Fires a three. No. Ball tipped out of bounds. And with 3.4 to go, it's going to go back to Lutheran. They'll pass it in here. Get it into Whitelich. He's going to get it to the three-quarters court. And that'll do it for the third. We go to the fourth, 45-21, Windsor in control.
One of the most important decisions you make is who cuts your hair. Don't trust just anyone. Trust Josh and the crew at Fades. From a simple cleanup to a full cut. Or maybe you need to look extra good for the big game with a design. They will take care of you. Coach Grammer trusts the guys at Fades, and so should you. Located just behind Sonic off McGuire. Go see them today, or visit their Facebook to set up an appointment.
All right, welcome back. 45-21 is our score. Talking more basketball in the timeout. And Jerry, I don't know if it's because Jerry, you know, as somebody told him earlier, is so old, or if it's because he's older, or if it's just because he's a traveled individual. He knows a lot of folks. And, you know, well, Jerry, we'll talk about the one you were talking about, which is basketball related on that travel there. Lon Kruger. So you knew Lon, or you met Lon because he was going to grad school at Pitt State when you were there,
At the
correct?
same time I was, yes. Awesome athlete.
And apparently he's a guy that I would not want to play horse against because, you know, when he played horse, apparently it wasn't just, hey, I'm going to go pull up from the corner. He'd go from 5 feet and he'd say, okay, I'm going to go backboard, rim, backboard, in, and beat you.
Yeah, he had some interesting stuff, and he was also a phenomenal athlete, which made racquetball. There's a steal.
Gonna go back the other way. Nord, no. Rebound on the backside. Mike Rychek, he's gonna try to get through it. Tie up, and jump ball stays with Lutheran here. And then you said another sport he was really good at.
Well, when he came to Pitt State, he had never played racquetball before. In a matter of about 3 months, because of his athletic ability, he was beating everybody that was anybody that played racquetball at Pittsburgh State.
Lyle adds a three, makes it 45-26 here in the fourth. Offensive foul now by Mickey. 19-point game, and Lutheran going to take it back the other way.
You know, of all the people that will know the name Willie Fritz from UCM and so forth, he was also a player at Pittsburgh State when I was down there, and he played on the basketball team point guard one year as well as free safety for football, who's now the head football coach at Tulane.
Yeah, you've got all those connections there. And then, did you play with Chris Grantham, who is?
No, he played when I was a graduate assistant.
He played when you were a grad assistant, and he is the principal. People from Harrisonville listening or watching may know that name. He is the middle school principal, one of my wife's favorite people in the world and a mentor to her, and goes the other way. Richie turns it over. And,
you know, I usually say some of those people were there when I was a graduate assistant. I got hurt during my freshman year, knew I wanted to coach. My sophomore year, I was equipment manager, and then the next 4.5 years, I coached as an undergraduate, then as a graduate. So all of those were part of that time, and I just always say when I was a GA. It's easier than trying to remember.
Well, it's kind of like I've been teaching my 7th graders geography. Now, this sounds crazy, but I've been teaching them geography where, you know, relative location. Well, you're not going to tell somebody you're from Chilhowie. They may not know where you're from. Well, you're going to tell them you're from Warrensburg, or you might tell them, hey, I'm from Kansas City.
Right.
Because it's easier for you to say, I was a grad assistant, than say, well, I was an undergrad for that year, but then I was this. So
right.
I totally understand. It's all relative to bring it back around. 3-ball, Ursuline, no good, and Craig runs it down. Now dribbles off his foot, and it goes out. Going to go back the other way. Becker with it, off on the wing for Lyle. They're going to go inside with it.
You know, both of these teams are getting up and down the floor, and you don't see anybody bending over, breathing. They're well-conditioned, and they're playing hard.
You know, this, and we're talking about that, I really feel like this is the first game this is the 6th game of the day. This is the first game I feel like I've seen that I don't see the fatigue that I saw in some of the other teams today. Every game I felt like there's been a time there's been fatigue. Now, that also being said, I think that has a little bit to do with what game we're in. We're in the boys' 3rd place game, and there's a rotation of about 11 for Windsor. There's about 8 or 9 for Lutheran, and they haven't been in as close a contest maybe where they could get a bunch of people rotated in, or they've got longer, benches. Whereas a lot of those games on the consolation side this morning that were video streamed, you had a 5, maybe 6, if you're lucky, person rotation there. So that could be an effect on it as well. And typically, if you have a longer bench or a deeper bench, then guess what? You have more opportunities. That first free throw good by Burkhart. You have opportunities to rest your players, so to speak. And usually a deep bench means you got a pretty solid basketball team. 46-26, 20-point game. So we got the last 4:36 of this one, and then it is championship time. The girls up first against the Lady Knights of Lutheran, and then the Drexel boys will take on the Cass Midway Vikings. A WeMo conference battle in that one to end the night.
What are they, 15 to 20 miles from each other?
I don't even know, honestly, if they're that far. I'm going to have to look it up before that game and see what the distance from the two schools is. In the words of As the Crows Fly, I bet it's not even that far, Jerry. 47-26. So 4:11 to go here in the 4th. 47-26 is our score. Peyton Witherspoon with 13. Little put back good by Krychek. And a timeout called with 3:56 to go, 47-28.
18 minutes, 14 miles.
Now, does it tell you on there? Usually it also will just say, like, I'll see if it says. Yeah, sometimes it'll tell you when you first type it in, but hey, 14 miles, that's what you call rivalry. All right, we'll take a quick timeout. 3:56 to go in this one. All right, back at action, 3:54 to go. Ahead they go. That one goes over the head. And, you know, the girls' game's supposed to tip at 7, so we may have a little extra time there if this one gets rolling quickly. 3:51 to go and a 21-point game. Or, sorry, 19-point game. Get it into Becker. He's going to dribble drive, and he'll go to the line for a pair. What you got going here? And that one goes. Missed two of them earlier. One more to go with 3:42 to go. Becker's second is up and not down. 47-29 the score. 3:35 to go here, fourth quarter. Baseline drive by Mickey. Good. Make it 49-29.
Back up to 20.
And Mickey's got 6. You know, honestly, you look at it, 2 bad quarters, 2 solid quarters for Lutheran. That one goes out of bounds. That's the difference in the ball game here with 3:17 to go. A little pressure being applied. They get it into Benson. Tried to get it ahead, and good block away by Nord. Little up and off the glass, no. Witherspoon picks it up. Going to push it the other way with 3 minutes to go here in this one. Baseline, good look and cut. That look from Witherspoon to Paxton. And it is 51-29. Becker fires back, make it 51-31. Becker's got 5 all in the second half here. That's a foul on Becker. It'll be ball on the baseline, or sorry, on the sideline over there. .237 to go, fourth quarter. Walls, Krychek, Ursland, Nord, Whitelich in for Lutheran. Across timeline to go between the circles. Get it off for Ritchie, give and go. Ritchie to Witherspoon, no good. Mickey with the rebound. Call that on Walls with 2:26 to go. Chase Witherspoon, or sorry, Carson Witherspoon. Reese Heaney, and Parker Craig check back into the game. 51-31 your score. And they call Walls on the far side for the foul with 2:22 to go. It's his third. Whitelich goes for the steal. And Heaney gonna go to the line. 20-point game with 2:17 to go here, fourth quarter. Three ball from the corner, no good. Rimmed out. .205 to go, 51-31 the score. Three ball, no rebound. .150 to go. Reach in foul. It's going to be a long minute 48 if we have several more fouls here. So 1:48 to go here in the third place game. 20-point lead for the Greyhounds. Heaney at the line.
I think I got our commercials back up and running. Added them in again, so we'll see.
Back the other way it goes, across the timeline. Another front end of the 1-1 miss by Heaney. Picked up the loose ball, though, and going to go the other way. Get it off for Craig. Craig's got it. And Reamer set to check in. He checks in for Becker. The 51-31 score. That one is good for Craig. He had a couple of threes in the first half, then missed 3 free throws. Now he knocks that one down. He's got 7 in the game. 52-31. Second one no good. Goes back the other way. Whitelich no good. I almost feel like they still want to foul, but I think the refs are like, listen, unless it's like solid, we're not going to be calling it. Get it to Craig, 1:12 to go. 21-point game. Craig just goes to the rack, stolen away by Ursuline. Ahead to Lyle, glass and good. 52-33. Just a substitution timeout, I believe, with 1:01 to go. Bring in Luke Fries. Benson gets it in to Witherspoon, ahead to Mickey. And Mickey gonna bring it across the timeline and run some timeout. Now into the corner for Craig. Craig out of the corner, up ahead. Whitelich fouled, and sometimes you got to call them. Yeah, that was a pretty hard one. 52-33 our score. Second one, no good. All right, 52-33 it remains. 3 ball on the way. Right check, no. Rebound by Witherspoon. Carson Witherspoon with the rebound. There's a deflection out of bounds. Cry check. And it's going to stay with Windsor and 28 seconds to go. You know, Jerry, you said something very poignant earlier about Lutheran. And I agree with it on both sides of this game. Is both teams are playing hard, and we got 15 seconds left in the ball game, and they've done that the entire game.
And they're down 19.
So that's something, you know, and that's a lot of times I see that with my kids. I didn't see that as much today, but I think they were a little bit gassed, and I'm glad to see the teams fighting to the end here. And 52-33 is going to be our final score.
Would you let me play one commercial while you tally things
Absolutely.
and see if it works? We'll be back.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return contest.
Go ahead.
All right, welcome back. Final score 52-33 in the third place game. Windsor takes it, the third place trophy for the Windsor boys. And looking at it, it was a 52-33 final score. We have the girls' championship game coming up here in just about 15 minutes or so. So join us for that one. Go to 4Ts, find the link, and come back and join us. Our Rise player of the game, Peyton Witherspoon with 13 for the Windsor Greyhounds, and he is our Rise Up player of the game. And tale of 2 quarters. First quarter, Windsor outscores Lutheran 17-3. The fourth quarter, third quarter, they outscore them 14-5. Other than that, it was a 14-3 second quarter, and Lutheran actually outscored Windsor 12-7 in the fourth. So that really shows you what we got. All right, we're going to send it back to the studio. We'll be back with our first championship game of the night here in just a little bit.